Fantastic. Thanks, Harry. Thanks very much, Gareth. It was a really nice segue over, showing us some of the sales statistics there. Skynamo is a sales tool, and we're going to show you a little bit about how Skynamo helps to finance and sales to nail targets together with our Sage 200 integration. So thank you very much indeed. We've been ISVs and partners with Sage officially since 2018, but a little bit longer back in our native South Africa. I think you can tell that two ex-South Africans on these first two ISV slots, Gareth and myself. But we've been working through many different Sage products, and we're extremely excited to have our Sage 200 integration, which is certified. We just a little backdrop there. There's the map. We've got 3 locations, or 3 in South Africa, 1 in the UK, and then 1 in the USA. So in London, we've got offices, and now we've branched out into Atlanta in the States. So we are truly a global company, and our perfect fit customer is the manufacturer, distributor, and wholesaler. So if any of your customers, or if you are in fact a customer out there that fits any of that, and you have sales reps specifically, because we've got a tool for sales reps, then please do get in touch with your Sage counterparts. On the right-hand side, you can see we've got all manner of different customers, from cosmetics to oil and lubricants. We've got some big customers like PepsiCo, some really small beverage customers like Tarquin's Gin down in the Cornwall of the southwest part of England. And we have nearly 1,000 customers now to date, ranging across this wide range of industries. We have nearly 500,000 customer visits completed every month on Skynamo. So think of us as a bit of a mobile CRM that plugs into Sage 200. We've got 3 million customer relationships currently that our customers are busy managing. So we're extremely excited about that. This page here will give you an overview, a quick snapshot of what Skynamo is. There's the product in the middle. We've got a web-based server, as well as the offline capable app, which works on not only iOS but Android as well. So it's platform agnostic. And if we start on the wheel at the top right, first and foremost, we're a mobile first company. So we were built for mobile users to use easily on a mobile device working offline, which is one of our unique selling points. Our integration is incredibly strong. We've got a standalone integration team that sits out of our developers, which has allowed us to do some amazing integrations. And one of them you're going to see, which is our Sage 200 integration. And then, of course, we're a sales tool. So anything to do with sales, whether it's reports, dashboards, information of sales busy being made currently out in the field or out in the marketplace, then we can actually report on that information, combine it with Sage data too, which is fantastic. We've got free support and training if we carry on working around the wheel. We've got a dedicated support center and a training team. So really important that we help to support your customers here in the UK. One of the only apps to actually boast ISO 27001 certification. So it's taken us 3 years to get this acclamation. It's something that we need to constantly renew. So your data is incredibly safe when stored with Skynamo. And then, of course, we've got a great customer success team. So not only are we going to dedicate ourselves to your implementation, but we're going to get the most out of that investment with Skynamo, because we've got people that are going to hold your hands the whole way, and your customers. So you guys have already made a fantastic choice, which is to kind of partner up with Sage 200 to help run your business. So everything from your, the product management to your customer information, your finance, everything that you guys need to do, whether that be around your warehousing, your demand and planning, and your materials, you guys have got a system, and Sage are able to offer that system to their customers. The customers that we serve, and specifically the end users, are the sales reps. So these are often people who are out and about doing customer sales. They've got customer management as one of their responsibilities. They need to do account reviews with customers. They've got targets to meet. They're often carrying around catalogs, pricing, orders, quotes. They need access to stock. They need access to pricing, admin management, and CRM. So the problem when we get finance and sales together is that often there's a bit of a disconnect. You've got sales on the left-hand side, and they're often still trying to put in a lot of manual data entry into systems. And usually there's a bit of delay on when this actually happens. Nothing kind of works offline the way that it should. So they're having to open up the laptops and get work done on their PCs. And then there's the dreaded, let me check with finance. So they can't answer a customer query because they need to go and find an administrator on Sage to be able to give them a bit of information that they need out of that Sage system. So we're there to help fix that, because often the resulting, if you don't fix that, is the fact that sales reps can get pricing wrong. They can put in the wrong quantity. There's often errors. There's cancellations due to the fact that they didn't realize there was stock when they placed the order because they didn't have any access into the stock availability, and that can affect the billing in quite a serious way. So imagine a world where through integration, by integrating your Sage 200 platform with your sales app that you're basically using, you can have real-time ability for sales and finance to communicate. So you've got a scenario where you've got better accuracy, which leads to stronger lead times for orders. It helps increase sales by reducing some of the administrative errors and lost time on admin. You've got an improved collection and delivery times that you can boast, and of course a shortened collection cycle and reducing receivable days. So all of this can be the state if you take the next step and have a look at some integration into Sage 200 with our sales app. So let's have a look at some of that. We've got Skynamo, and then we've got Sage 200 solution, and we like to think of ourselves as the bridge between finance and sales. So there's certain information that salespeople have no place sort of working in and on Sage 200, but there is information that they do need that resides in the Sage system. So if we look at some of that information, they need access to customer information, contact details, product details, photographs, stock levels, pricing, promotions, past invoices. This sort of information is critical to the roadside warrior that's out there trying to do business in front of their customers. So your sales team is now able to receive that information and have that available not only on their browser, but actually on a mobile device when they're out in the field. Once again, everything working offline, which is a fantastic, unique selling proposition. And then, of course, there's certain information that salespeople now need to be able to pass back into your ERP, which is your quotes, your orders, credit requests, and certain form management and information. So really, it helps to bridge this gap between finance and sales. So we're going to have a look at a few videos just to take you through some of the workings. I'll ask anybody who wants to have a customer demo, please get in touch with us, get in touch with your Sage person as well, and we can have that arranged. But we're going to have a look at customer management. So a big part of a salesperson's job is to have effortless access to this information, this customer information. They want to know things like the payment terms. They want to be able to see whether there's any credit balance, outstanding balances, these sorts of things. So they're not a Sage user, but there's a lot of information that they need from this financial system. So we're going to get that into their hands and onto the mobile device. We're going to show you how a customer is going to be added onto Sage 200, and then you're going to see how that basically appears into Skynamo, the back office portion, and that then flows to the mobile device. So I'll let the video take the next minute. Awesome. So yeah, sales nailing it with finance there by getting access to some of that stuff on the fly. And the next big bit of information or activity that the salesperson needs to do is order integration. So they need to ensure that they can submit an accurate order which will get released directly from the field and no need for recapture of information. So what you're going to see here is you're going to see an order administered onto the Skynamo system, and then that flowing through into Sage 200. All of this done from the mobile, but we're showing you the behind the bonnet bit where it goes onto our web server and then into Sage 200. But once again, just a little request, if anyone wants a live demo on their industry, please get in touch. So as you can see, we really are the sales app for Sage. And lastly, one of the things that sales reps really need access and information to is the correct pricing, inventory and stock. So we're going to quickly show you a few seconds here on being able to have a look at the stock levels and how those update into Skynamo. Awesome. Apologies for the background noise. That's going to be stuck in your heads for a while. So what's the buzz? If you are dealing with any of your customers and they're talking about they've got outside sales, they need offline capabilities, remote ERP access, these are buzzwords that you need to be thinking. Get in touch with Skynamo, get in touch with Sage. If they're wanting customer call reports, customer coverage reports, sales reports, specifically from wholesalers, manufacturers and distributors, please do get in touch and we can help identify those opportunities. So we've got a plethora of different customers that we actually serve up, and so you can find all of the case studies and some great examples to help sell and make the sales and show this to customers. And if you are a customer, please go and check out that page as well on Skynamo. And lastly, to recap, by integrating Skynamo with Sage 200, sales teams will have access to customer data, live stock levels, accurate pricing and contract pricing, deals and promotions, invoicing, and all of this is accessible even when working offline. So let's get your finance and your sales teams working together. Please do get in touch. I'm Brian Howe. I'm the Chief Channel Officer here at Skynamo. We've also got our UK Partner Account Manager, Candice G at skynamo.com. Thanks very much, Harry. Look forward to the next 2 ISV sessions.